What's up, guys? We're back for another Marvel Legends review, and today we're taking a look at a character that I don't have a great deal of attachment to, but I'm really interested to see how good this figure might be. So today we're taking a look at the comic ELEKTRA figure. So this figure is obviously, as I keep saying in these reviews, in our standard box, which I just want to get rid of at this point, but she's in the window. We have got the ELEKTRA logo down there on the bottom, and then the back has got product shots, our lineup, our Build-A-Figure, and a write-up, a very small write-up. So let's pull her out and take a look. All right, guys, here she is out of the package. And right at the outset, I got to say that this might be, maybe for me at least, the sleeper hit of this wave. This is one that I really didn't care about. I don't have any real attachment to Daredevil, ELEKTRA, any of that level of the Marvel universe. It's just never been my thing. So I didn't go into this really caring too much, but I knew from the outset that this looks like a pretty solid comic book figure. And I'm always up for good comic likenesses, I guess. It's not really a likeness, but comic representation maybe. So we're going to go through all the normal stuff. We'll check out articulation real quick. So she can swivel her head from side to side. Her hair is definitely going to get in the way. Can't really look up, but she can look down just a smidge. Everything really just gets in the way there. Arms can go out. They can swivel all the way around. No bicep swivel. We have got an elbow swivel. We've got a single hinge, which honestly doesn't really afford a great deal of motion, unfortunately. We have got hinged and rotating wrists. She has got a diaphragm joint, so she can move side to side. She can move back. She can move forward. She can move further back than she can forward, though. So she doesn't have tons and tons of mobility up there, which is definitely a negative in the articulation department. Legs only go out that far. They kick forward all the way. They kick back. Thigh cut, double jointed knees. Of course, there is nothing at the boot for her, but we do have a rocker, and her ankles are pretty decently articulated. They can go back really far, and they go up quite a bit as well. So we do have kind of decent articulation, I guess is the best way to say it. It's nothing fantastic. If anything, it's a little on the limiting side just because she is supposed to be so agile, but a lot of her joint work at the top of the figure is slightly hindered depending on which pose you're trying to put her in. Where this figure really shines for me personally is in the looks department. This is, and I think I can speak for just about anybody, this is the preferred ELEKTRA look, the classic style costume for her, and I think it came out pretty well. I have one thing that I'm going to gripe about in terms of paint, but in terms of the overall look and feel of the figure for a sculpt and aesthetic kind of reasoning, I think she looks really, really solid. I think this is a pretty good body to use for her. I like the rubbery style skirt piece here. It hangs decently enough. It covers the kind of gap in paintwork on her abdomen there, so you can kind of see that it covers it and hides it a little bit. We do have painted bands and straps all over her, and I think those are cleanly applied. I thought that there might have been a paint issue here, and then I realized that no, it's just supposed to give it a kind of wrapped look. I would love to get some sculpted bands or wraps on figures, but I know that that's not really too realistic of an expectation for figures at this level. And I'm sure it's some sort of a logistical nightmare as well. So I'm okay. I think they do look pretty solid. The reds match pretty cleanly across the figure. We do, of course, have paint for the upper torso here, and that's where I'm going to kind of gripe about it, because here at this strap on her shoulder, it is a little bit of a mess. It's kind of thinly applied there compared to everything else. So that's a negative, but her hair actually hides it pretty well, so I'm not too upset about it, I guess. In general, though, I do dig the way this figure looks. I think the body's proportionate. I do like, again, I like the sash on her and the little skirt piece. And I think it's the right look, and I think it comes across very well in figure form here. Getting in a little closer on that face and the head sculpt, this is where this figure really shines for me, because this looks very, very much like a comic book style ELEKTRA. We've got that long black flowing hair, so it goes down, you know, all the way down her back. We've got her bandana up here, which has the straps flowing on the back. This is a far more pliable material than the hair, not that it really helps or makes a difference, but really where she shines is, of course, the face sculpt, the face paint. Everything is very, very cleanly applied. It looks fantastic. The only real gripe I might have about the face is that at certain angles, the upper lip's darker shade of lipstick slightly makes it look like she has a bit of a mustache, but then if you look at her from a different angle, she very much doesn't have that problem. So it's just maybe like a trickery in the lights or shadows, things like that. But I think this is probably one of my favorite faces on a female character in quite a while. I think it's just an exceptional job on Hasbro's part. It looks very much comic book accurate to me. And as far as accessories goes, we have got her quintessential weapon, her sai, and we've got two of them. They've got some textured detail on the handle to mimic the wraps, so it's kind of like the wraps that are on her wrists, and it's actually painted pretty cleanly. I don't have any true issues with these at all. Nice silver metallic paint. The coolest part about this, and it's something that I didn't mention yet because I figured I'd talk about it now, is that she can hold one of them the quote-unquote cool way. So she can grip it like that instead of through the handle. She's actually gripping on the bladed area, which I think is fantastic. The hand is sculpted specifically like that, so you can put it in there. And I just always dig that. I love being able to make like Raphael figures do that, and I'm really happy that they went kind of the extra mile to give her a hand that allows her to hold it in my favorite way possible for something as kind of stupid as that, but it's a cool little touch that makes a bit of difference for me personally as a collector. So yeah, overall this figure is actually pretty solid. It was a lot better than I had originally expected it to be. You know, I'm not a huge fan of ELEKTRA in general. Daredevil, ELEKTRA stuff doesn't really do it for me. It's never been something I've truly cared about. But at an action figure level, this is pretty solid. Paint apps are good. Got a great head sculpt. Face paint's cleanly applied. She can hold the sai in the quote-unquote cool way, which I always dig. And yeah, it's just a good female figure. It looks very comic book accurate. And at the end of the day, I can't really ask for too much more here. So yeah, that's going to do it for this look at the Marvel Legends ELEKTRA figure from Hasbro. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time.